Mariel Colón's transformation from lawyer to singer is one of the most surprising stories to emerge in recent years, especially given her unique history as part of Joaquín El Chapo Guzmán's defense team. Her latest music video, La Señora, serves as a vivid illustration of how she has seamlessly intertwined her legal career with her passion for music. The video opens with an unforgettable scene. Colón, dressed in a sleek suit and wearing dark sunglasses, steps out of a black SUV with tinted windows. By her side is Emma Coronel, the wife of the notorious drug kingpin, also clad in a stylish outfit that exudes confidence. Together, they walk past a security guard and enter a lavish, dimly lit mansion filled with men in expensive suits, casually puffing on cigars, while trumpets play dramatically in the background. This isn't just a random setup. It's a glimpse into Colón's strategy for launching her musical career under the stage name Mariel La Abogada, which translates to Mariel the Lawyer. With La Señora, Colón pays tribute to Coronel, a woman who has lived in the shadow of one of the most infamous drug lords in modern history, and who has struggled to rebuild her life since her release from prison. The video isn't just an artistic statement. It's a powerful nod to the turbulent lives these women have led, marked by association with one of the most notorious criminal organizations in the world. Emma Coronel's presence in the video is particularly striking. Once a beauty queen, she was sentenced to 3 years in prison for her involvement in Guzmán's drug empire. But since her release this year, she has struggled to find work and re-establish her life. Now La Señora offers her a chance at a different kind of fame, providing her with a public platform after years of living in the shadow of her husband's criminal empire. The music video even set the stage for the two women to model together during Milan Fashion Week, an event that shocked audiences in Italy and beyond. For many, seeing Coronel, the wife of the former leader of the Sinaloa cartel, stepping into the world of high fashion alongside Colón raised eyebrows. Yet, it marked the beginning of a new chapter for both women, as they attempt to recast themselves in the public eye. For Colón, the transition from courtroom to concert stage is not as improbable as it might seem at first glance. She has long had a passion for music, having grown up in Puerto Rico as the daughter of a music director. From an early age, she was deeply influenced by Mexican ballads, especially the emotionally charged genre of corridos, which tell stories of love, loss, and rebellion. Despite her desire to become a singer, her family steered her toward a more stable career, urging her to pursue a law degree in the United States. Colón did exactly that, but music was never far from her heart. Her legal career took an unexpected turn in 2018 when, fresh out of law school, she answered a Craigslist ad for a part-time paralegal position. The ad didn't reveal the client's identity, and Colón had no idea that the role would thrust her into the heart of one of the most high-profile criminal cases in recent history. To her astonishment, she found herself working for Guzmán, who was in the midst of facing trial in the United States for his role as the head of the powerful and violent Sinaloa cartel. Far from being intimidated, Colón saw the opportunity as a golden ticket, both professionally and personally. Representing someone as infamous as Guzmán wasn't for the faint of heart. Guzmán had led his cartel in a bloody war for control of the global drug trade, becoming one of the most wanted men in the world. His legend was only amplified by his dramatic escapes from maximum security prisons and his reputation as a ruthless, but charismatic, leader. Many questioned how Colón could sleep at night, given her role in defending such a figure. Yet Colón, undeterred by the criticism, stood by her decision. "People ask how I can do this job, that I'm part of the mafia. How can I sleep at night?" she said in an interview. "I don't care what they say about me. I sleep very well at night." Her professional relationship with Guzmán eventually grew into something more personal, as she became one of the few individuals who still maintains regular contact with him. Now serving a life sentence in a maximum security prison in Colorado, Guzmán sees Colón regularly. She visits him 3 times a month, but her visits aren't limited to legal discussions. During these visits, Colón has found an unusual way to connect with her infamous client, by singing to him. With no access to a radio in his prison cell, Guzmán relies on Colón to keep him in touch with the outside world, and she obliged by serenading him with Mexican classics from bands like Los Alegres del Barranco and Tucanes de Tijuana. In a way, Guzmán has become one of the first listeners of her musical creations, a unique bond between lawyer and client that extends beyond the courtroom. Colón's music career began just over a year ago with the release of her first music video, La Abogada. In the video, she confidently sings to law enforcement while dressed in a striking pink suit, setting the tone for her music, which blends her legal background with her love for Mexican ballads. Her songs span the diverse spectrum of regional Mexican music, from the brass-driven energy of banda to the intimate storytelling of corridos. La Señora, her latest offering, features luxurious visuals of Coronel riding a horse and walking beside a glistening pool, her figure framed against a table adorned with diamonds. The song tells a story inspired by Coronel's life, offering a message of redemption and second chances, themes that resonate with both women's experiences. Emma Coronel, who has largely stayed out of the public eye since her release, used the opportunity to relaunch her own image. Colón's song provided Coronel with work, which is a condition of her probation, but it also gave her a chance to step back into the limelight. The video and its portrayal of Coronel is a fascinating mix of glamour and grit, playing with the dualities of power and vulnerability that have shaped her life. Though in the ballad, Colón sings, "A small waist and beautiful eyes, a brain for business and a strong voice for the bad boys." She only shows her affectionate side to El Chaparrito. The nickname El Chaparrito is a playful reference to Guzmán's moniker, meaning the little shorty, a symbol of the close bonds between Coronel and her husband. The success of La Señora comes at a time when regional Mexican music is reaching new heights of global popularity. In recent years, the genre has seen a 400% growth in worldwide listeners on platforms like Spotify, with artists such as Peso Pluma surpassing international pop stars like Taylor Swift as the most streamed artist on YouTube. The genre, particularly the subgenre of corridos tumbados, which blends traditional ballads with modern trap influences, has found a new audience both in Mexico and beyond. But with this success comes controversy. Many critics argue that narco-corridos, which often glorify the lives of drug traffickers, contribute to the ongoing culture of violence in Mexico. This debate is not new. Narco-corridos have been part of the Mexican musical tradition for over a century, with their tales of outlaw heroes and anti-establishment rebels. Yet in recent years, the focus has shifted to drug lords like Guzmán, raising questions about whether these songs glamorize criminal activity. According to Rafael Saldivar, a researcher at the Autonomous University of Baja California, these songs serve as cultural expressions that reflect the harsh realities of life in Mexico. However, there is a danger that they can also elevate these figures to a status that blurs the line between admiration and critique. Peso Pluma, one of the most prominent new voices in the corridos tumbados movement, experienced the dangers of this cultural intersection firsthand. After paying homage to Guzmán in one of his songs, he received death threats from a rival faction of the Sinaloa cartel. The threats were serious enough to force Peso Pluma to cancel performance in the Tijuana, a decision that underscored the very real risks that come with singing about the world of narco-trafficking. In response, local authorities in northern Mexico have even taken steps to ban narco-corridos from being performed publicly, arguing that the songs glorify a lifestyle that perpetuates violence. Colón, however, defends the genre, arguing that people's fascination with figures like Guzmán does not necessarily mean they are celebrating their actions. "There's a reason why Netflix did the narco show," she explains. "It's because there's an audience for it. People are intrigued by these lives, but that doesn't mean they are celebrating the violence." As Colón prepares to release her debut album in December, Coronel has also found new opportunities to capitalize on her post-prison life. Leveraging the success of La Señora, Coronel has begun a career as a model and social media influencer. She made her first major appearance at a side event during Milan Fashion Week, where she modeled for designer April Black Diamond. The decision to feature Coronel in the show was met with shock and skepticism, but Black Diamond stood by her choice. "People evolve," the designer said in a statement. "My platform isn't about judgment, but about showing different dimensions of women, their strength and resilience." The next day, images of Coronel in one of Black Diamond's dresses appeared on a billboard in Times Square, signaling her re-entry into the public eye.